So I have a question that I would love an answer to. If you raise your child, like, gender neutral, and then that child realizes that they're non-binary, is that child cisgender?
Ace bandages are unsafe for chest binding because letting you breathe is the opposite of what they're designed for. If you wrap something in ace bandages, it is meant to keep that in place. When you breathe, your chest is not staying in one position. When you exhale, the bandages will tighten around that and you will not be able to take a full breath in. And it'll keep getting tighter and it'll fuck up your ribs and it will seriously injure you. A proper chest binder like this one, which I've turned inside out, this is the only compression panel on it. The rest of it is made of a stretchy material that allows you to move. Thus, the only thing being kept in one place is your chest. Everything else can move and you can breathe safely. Don't use ace bandages. I don't care how small you think your chest is, you will get hurt.
A friend of mine recently changed their pronouns from she, they to they, them. I asked why. They said they'd heard enough. Woo! Yeah. That was funny. You did it!
Happy Pride to bisexual dudes who get gender envy from lesbians and body dysmorphia from the nicotine chic skater boys. We'll never be either.
My boss is an older gentleman from China, and English is his second language. And I've recently told him, hey, my pronouns are they and them, for the second time, but it's fine, he's learning. And he has since taken that as an invitation to ask me all of his questions about the queer community in this glorious month of Pride. And we were talking today about the differences in it, like what's acceptable language about the queer community. And apparently in China nowadays, you can no longer use the word comrade to refer to your friend or associate casually, because comrade in China is now like slang for gay. Comrade is now a word for a gay person in China. Can someone from China please tell me, is this fact or cap? I need to know.
I cry, I pray, mon Dieu. I cry, I pray, mon Dieu. I cry, I pray, mon Dieu.
Stop bombastic. We want is a bombastic, romantic, fantastic lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic, totally fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
At what temperature does gender fluid become a solid? I've got an answer for you. 69 degrees. Celsius, not Fahrenheit, because America sucks. Sucks what? But I'm 5 years old. Anyway, I got called a slur yesterday on Juneteenth.
I just got back in from walking home from a friend's house, and on the walk back, the most fucking brilliant lemons to lemonade situation happened to me. So I'm passing by this parking garage, and a car pulls up in front of me while he's like waiting for the thing to go up. He's blocking the sidewalk. It's kind of busy. I'm like, fuck it, I'll wait. And then the driver rolls down the window and he starts saying some shit to me. I take out my AirPod. I'm like, what? And then he says, hey baby, you need some gas? And I realize, oh fuck, I'm being catcalled. But then I realize the ball is in my court. He's stopped. He's parked. He can't fucking move. I am about to have my, and then the whole bus clapped moment. So I go, I'm sorry, what? And he says, you know, like, you need some gas? And I say, you fucking faggot? He goes, he steps on the gas a little bit. Very embarrassing. Drives forward when the lever hasn't opened up. There's giggling from the backseat from, like, the boys. And, like, yeah, homophobia is, like, bad. Did I contribute to homophobia by doing this? Yes. Is there now a car full of boys running rampant in downtown Toronto calling their friend a homophobic slur? I mean, maybe, but, like, I'm sorry. I even had my mask on, so, like, the plausible deniability of my hypothetical cock and balls goes up tenfold. If the shoe fits, it fucking fits.
Funny story. I came out to my boyfriend who's non-binary, and he goes, am I still straight? I don't even know what fucking gender I am, bro. How am I supposed to answer that?
It's time for Hot Transmask Summer, y'all! Hot Transmask Summer because binders are about to get really uncomfortable, which leaves you with very few options if you're transmask. You can not wear a binder and have fun with that dysphoric hell. Wear a binder and have fun with that hot humid hell. Or try this. This is the Be Yourself nude binder. This is a small. It has a mesh back. A mesh back. A mesh back on a binder, you say? Yes, mesh. For hot and humid summers. This binder was designed by a cosplayer for cosplayers. It is a safe to wear, safe to swim in binder. And because it was made with cosplaying in mind, it includes this little rubber thing to make sure your binder doesn't ride up. Oh, and don't sleep on the clips, by the way. Those things are fantastic. Very few things are as unpleasant as pulling off a wet binder. That saves you the hassle.
Get a load of this monster. It doesn't know how to communicate. Its mind is in a different place. Will everybody please give it a little bit of space? Get a load of this train wreck. Its hair's a mess and it doesn't know who it is yet. But little do we know the stars welcome it with open arms. Oh.
Are the transphobes okay?
There are no pronouns, there is only he, she, they, no, them, they, and such. Hashtag do not normalize pronouns.
I guess not.
I just drove through my hometown with pink glasses, split-dyed hair, pink shirt, and overalls, with the windows down, blaring Italian rock music. If I'd have known life would be like this, I wouldn't have cried so much in middle school.
Here's why shoulder seams can cause gender dysphoria and why I, as a gender-neutral designer, do not include them in my work, like this top right here. This was a highly requested answer and I am really excited to give it to y'all, but first I do want to make it clear that while this is an incredibly common experience, one that I saw come up a lot in my surveys and research of trans and non-binary people's needs from gender-neutral fashion, it's not necessarily true for everyone. Everyone is different and has their own experience. But generally, if you have narrow shoulders and your shoulder seam hits outside of that, it'll make your shoulders look even more narrow, which is less masculine, and then can make trans-masculine people or certain non-binary people, etc., feel uncomfortable. Conversely, if you have broader shoulders and your shoulder seams are always hitting inside and being really uncomfortable, that can cause dysphoria, especially for trans feminine folks, for example. That's why I use sleeves like these, raglan sleeves and dolman sleeves, to hopefully avoid that problem. Hope that answer helps, and follow for more. Thank you!
So I used to spend a lot of my time at a local community cafe. One day this guy comes in and he's never been there before. And he looks at the menu, decides he doesn't like what he sees, and asks whether they do beans on toast. It turns out that yes, that is an option. I had no idea. I would have been ordering beans on toast this whole time if I'd have known that I was allowed. I'm a bit jealous. I go, nice choice. And then I leave him alone. Unfortunately, he sort of takes that as an invitation to have a conversation with me about the way that I look. And he says, I can't help but notice that you seem simultaneously feminine and masculine. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. So he says, no, I mean that you move and sound like a woman, but you dress like a man. And I'm like, yes, thanks, it's on purpose. He doesn't take the hint that this is not something that I'm going to explain to him. And he would very much like me to justify myself. So he persists. He says, do you mind if I ask you your name? And I say, not at all. My name's Leo. Nice to meet you. And he says, interesting. Is that your Christian name? And I admit that actually I've never been christened. So he clarifies and he says, I think you know what I'm getting at. I'm trying to find out whether that's the name that your parents gave you when you were born. And so I tell him, I know exactly what you're getting at. And I've given you plenty of opportunities to avoid embarrassing yourself. He still doesn't take the invitation to fuck off. He says, yeah, well, it's a simple question, really, isn't it? Is it? You're trying to find out whether my name is the same as the one I was given when I was born, and if the name that I was given when I was born is particularly gendered, because that would let you know what sex I was assigned at birth. And that's a designation that is based on the external genitalia of a newborn. So you would like to know what my genitals looked like when I was born. You want to know what's in my pants. And he... Well, that's not really what I was asking about. That's exactly what you were asking about. You noticed a discrepancy and you wanted to clear it up. You should be thankful that I've been so polite about it and so patient with you, because not many people would be. What you've done is extremely rude and extremely inappropriate. You do not ask complete strangers private information about their bodies.
Masculine women, feminine men, which is the rooster, which is the hen? It's hard to tell them apart today and say, sister is busy learning to shave, brother just loves his permanent wave.
You know you're an uncle when? I overheard my niece talking to her friends online. She says, hey, it's Pride Month. So I jumped in the conversation. I said, what are you proud of? And she says, of being gay. And I said, good. And then she says, what are you, anti-gay? And I said, if anything, I'm Uncle Gay. I'm not an auntie. She said, I hate you.
Hi, I'm Ash, and this is my gender tea party where we try on different pronouns and honorifics to see how they feel. Today, I'm introducing my friend who uses itself pronouns. If your name is Alex, Silas, or Cairo, this video is for you. And if you've ever been curious about these pronouns, this video is also for you. My friend is so cool to come to my party. It's exciting to get to know it better. It's drinking a raspberry tea, which I've heard is its favorite. If you want to get it a refill, it's using the mason jar. It didn't have to dress itself up for my party, but it looks great, so I'm not mad. It should be really proud of itself for trying on these new pronouns. I know I'm proud of it.
I'll give you a song to go and sing to flush your psyche down the drain to all for you, 'cause I break without your touch, you say I need you way too much, and that's not true, and I know you would enjoy a little break from Paris.
I feel like Calvin Guerra has a monopoly on talking about, like, trans masks' voice after they go on tea, which should not be the case. Like, we shouldn't have a slur in that. Like, I want to talk about how I appreciate that all of us sound like Carcat from Homestuck at some point on our journey. Have I read Homestuck? Not even a little. Do I understand that I sound a little bit like Carcat sometimes? Yes. However, if anyone said that to me, I would consider it a microaggression. But if someone said that I had a voice, that would just be straight up, like, aggression.
So there's this type of video on TikTok that queer people post that oftentimes is like, oh my god, a straight person hit on me. Don't I exude gayness? Like, how can they not tell I'm gay? Or ones where they're like, people ask me about my partner and they use, obviously, I don't have a boyfriend or like whatever. And they're like, look at my gay outfit, right? Which is fine, that's fun. But the thing is, on the real, straight people don't know. Like, they don't know what gayness looks like. They don't know what queerness looks like. Like, they really don't. Like, you're gay to gay people. Like, they don't know. They literally don't know. And I think we need to stop thinking that straight people know anything.
First of all, thank you for that, because that's amazing. And second of all, I imagine that gender is non-Newtonian, sort of like oobleck. generally acting as a solid while under pressure, and as a fluid while not.
There's 6 sexes, genders in the Talmud with many mentions. Let's get into what they are. There's Nekeva and Zakar, the two you hear as female and male. Androgynous for an intersex person with both female and male sex characteristics. Tum, a person with obscured or unclear sexual characteristics. Elo needs someone assigned female at birth but who expresses male characteristics later in life. Sorry, someone assigned male at birth but develops female characteristics later in life and or has their sexual organs removed. Saris and Eloni often are described as infertile, and while life has lots of rules, don't let binaries be a hurdle.